Today we're going to be looking at some more word problems. These word problems are a little bit different since they use fractions. We're specifically going to look at fractions of a set. Let's go ahead and take a look at what these types of fractions will sound like. 3/7 of the apples in a box are red apples. The rest are green apples. There are 24 green apples. How many apples are there altogether? The most important thing when we're doing these types of problems, if we don't know how to solve it with pure math, the best method is to use a model. So we can go between the problem and looking at what the model should look like here. So what I tell the class is, before you even start reading the problem, go ahead and draw a box, because usually that's what our models start with. In a problem, the first sentence tells us that 3/7 of the apples in a box are red apples. Well, we already happen to have a box here. So I can go ahead and break up this box into 7 pieces, because the denominator in that fraction was 7. So now I have 7 boxes. I'm actually going to go ahead and color 3/7 of them, because that's how many red apples there are. So this amount is how many red apples there are. Now that I'm done with the first sentence, I'll go ahead and look at the second one. When we do word problems, we look at one sentence at a time to help us draw our problem. The rest are green apples. That means the entire remainder of the box, or 4/7, will be green. So we can go back to our problem, and we're going to go ahead and say that these remainder leftover boxes are green. We still have one more sentence to go. There are 24 green apples. So now I know that there are 4 boxes for green, and now I have a number value to put on this. That's 24. Let's go ahead and see what we're trying to answer. How many apples are there altogether? Great, so now we read our entire problem, we've labeled everything. We're just going to go ahead and finish up and say that we are looking to figure out how much all of this is. This is where I'll be putting my question mark. That's what I'm looking for. So the way I can do this is, the most important thing is that I have to start with my number. I don't have any other information. The only place I can start is with my number. So that number is 24. Now I have the number 24, and to figure out how many total apples are on the red side, I need to figure out how much each box is. Once I figure out each box, then I can start figuring out the total for red apples. So I have 24 green apples. This value of 24, or this value of green, specifically shows me 4 boxes. These 4 boxes are green, and that is why I'm dividing 24 by 4. And when I divide this, I will get 6, which tells me that each box has 6 apples in it. So now I can use this 6 of each box to multiply by 7, since there are 7 total boxes in this problem, and that will give me 42. 42 is the total amount of apples. So now I can change this, and just to finish off my problem, say that all of this is 42. There are 42 apples altogether. That is my complete sentence to answer my problem. And this is what a fraction of a set looks like.